eventually moves out to Ferris. The tackles come in. This is two of the stingiest defences in this tournament. Only South Africa have conceded fewer points, but they're both being really tested early doors in this one.
As Quinny said then, the athleticism on display and the intensity and skill that's being shown. This is showing Northern Hemisphere rugby at its absolute best, I think.
Yeah, it's better from Ireland. Great break from Darcy. Better defence. They look stronger in defence there, Ireland, but Wales just look so sharp with the ball in their hands, and I think that Ireland are quite fortunate there with the penalty. I think Earls possibly could have pinged for holding on. We'll see it here.
Yeah, Shane Williams as well, exactly. You don't normally see that from him, and he's right in there. I think he probably held on a little bit too long.
I think the ref said that he came in from the side. It's a difficult call. Again, it's an interpretation call, a quick call, but again, Ireland here. I think it's crucial for Ireland to try and get some score on the board. If Wales get another score and push on, it's going to be tough.
Ireland again turning down the option of 3 points. Again, the line-out works superbly. The crowd driving their team on. Are they over? Just been held up. I think that was Jamie Heaslip at the bottom of that. Let's see. Or was it O'Brien?
I think it was O'Brien.
It was O'Brien, but again threatening that Welsh line. Craig Joubert giving the scrum put into the Irish.
Yeah, that's fantastic play. Shane Williams puts his body on the line, throws himself in under Sean O'Brien, and he's such a powerful guy. Brilliant defence.
Ireland's driving lineouts as well have been very effective. Wales are repelling the initial thrust by and they're staying on their feet and building the maul almost behind the front line, and it's very impressive. Allowed Sean O'Brien the opportunity for a scoring chance.
Well, it's been all action. We've only had 17 minutes. It feels like 70 minutes, the amount of
it's what we expected.
We've had. Well, here we go. Can Ireland work something from this scrum? Heaslip out to Murray. Murray trying to get out. Again, it's the limpet that is Shane Williams stopping that Irish attack. But here they come again with O'Connell. Action stations in the Wales defence. Rory Best scored against the USA in the opening game. How he would love to get over the line right now. O'Gara goes without the ball and Jonathan Davis swoops on the scrap. Mike Phillips biding his time. Well, Lee Halfpenny opting to run his way out of the 22. I think his kicking line was blocked by the on-rushing Irish defenders. Now it comes back to Priestland, and the measured boot of Rhys Priestland gives 30 players a chance to get some oxygen.
Again, it's another lost opportunity, a wasted opportunity from Ireland. It could come back to haunt him. We see the pass from Murray here. O'Gara, great pressure from John Davies there up on O'Gara, coming hard on him, but we see Lee Halfpenny here blocked off with a kick and runs it out, but it's good clearance, good defence again from Wales.
Like you say, not getting those points as well. It's one of the things that the Irish team, Munster and Leinster, you associate. They get in the 22, they get points, they make it hard for the opposition. They turn down 3 or 4 chances for points. It's, like you say, it's a big call, isn't it?
Keith Earls, first receiver for this attack. Now it's O'Gara. There goes the Gary Owen. Halfpenny underneath it. Good save take from the Wales fullback.
It's a fantastic catch from Halfpenny, unbelievable, and ball swirling around, great. Never took his eyes off the ball, fantastic.
It's an indication the high balls have gone up from both teams and everyone's taking them. It's just an indication of the level of focus that the players have got. They're just ready for whatever comes. They're ready, and they just both teams performing at their best. To see the pressure on Halfpenny, Carney jumps to obstruct him, and it's a very difficult skill, and it's a fantastic play by Lee Halfpenny.
Well, we've made reference to the fact that this is one of the most difficult stadiums for kickers. If you can imagine a bike going around a velodrome, well, imagine the wind to be 2 bikes going in opposite directions. That gives you a rough idea of the maelstrom of wind on that pitch. It really is an awkward conundrum for the kickers and for the captains to work out what's best. Brian O'Driscoll now has turned down 3 opportunities. Ferris and O'Brien setting themselves up for another attack. Twice now they've had repeated phases inside the Wales 22. Twice it's come to naught. O'Gara looking for the position to attack again, but doesn't find the angle this time, and they're going to bring play back.
The crucial thing that I've noticed here is that Wales are not committing. They're committing very few numbers to the Irish tacklers. They're getting back on their feet, dropping out. They're putting red jerseys in front of green jerseys, and it's making it quite difficult for Ireland because there's so many defenders in the line.
The guys that are making the tackle are doing the job in the contact area as well. There's 2 or 3 people making a tackle, but those 2 or 3 guys are getting back up on their feet and making it difficult for Ireland to win the ball and just make them suck more in. It makes the attack very difficult.
The first quarter of this game is up. Wales have got the points advantage.
Crouch, touch, pause.
Early hit from the Wales 8, fairly obvious for referee Craig Joubert. There shouldn't be too many surprises for either side. Joubert was on the whistle in New Plymouth when Ireland started this campaign, and also whistled their game against Russia, and Wales have had the South African controlling their game 5 times in recent history. O'Gara keeping it low, spiralling it back into the Wales 22.
That's really good play, and that's what he does really well, O'Gara. Great kick into the corner, simple stuff. Get back into the 22, but Ireland need to get a score from, you know, if this fades of play, or else, you know, it's going to be difficult for them for the pressure they've had on for the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, Wales as well. They love soaking up the pressure. They seem to thrive when the opposition have got the ball. The defence is excellent. They're really confident on it, and they're doing a great job against the Irish attack.
Hugh Bennett, one of the unsung heroes of this Wales side, having lost, of course, skipper Matthew Rees and Richie Hibbert. Bennett has led the way in the front of a very impressive pack. Now steps in at scrum half, and Priestland sends it skywards. Well, that's acting like a kite now, and it's come into the hands of Ireland, and Rob Kearney up over the 22. Offloads the ball, but it doesn't find a supporting player. It finds Jamie Roberts. Well, again, Ireland unable to make the most of the opportunity, but they do get the penalty.
Yeah, I think it's a mistake from Shane Williams. They got the turnover. Shane Williams picks and goes, and he got pinged for holding on there. That's a mistake from Wales after getting away with it again with another opportunity. We'll probably see it here again.
I think one of the things from Wales here, they got Rhys Priestland has been superb at doing the right thing at the right time. I think he's got his tactics slightly wrong there with the up and under so deep in his own half. Anything after an up and under, anything can happen on those kicks, and that's how the game opened up for Kearney there, and Wales were lucky not to concede a try. And I think they've got to be careful. They've got to be kicking long in their own 22 and looking for the up and unders further back.
Fortunate there for Ireland. Kearney, O'Driscoll, the ball drops him, but you know, another offload. It was another opportunity lost, but you know, Shane Williams picks here, and I'm not sure what Irish player is there. We can't see, but I think it's a great turnover, and this is important for Ireland. This, get an opportunity, get on the scoreboard.
One of the most prominent kickers in world rugby, and of course in this tournament as well. Simple stuff, bisects the posts, and after 23 minutes at last, Ireland are on the board. Well, the Blarney Army, as they've titled themselves, at last off their seats. Now Ireland will look to settle themselves down and get back into the game as Priestland opts to go to the other side, trying to pick out Earls. Earls against Williams. Just 2 of the British and Irish Lions that are present today. There's 17 of them all told, and of course 3 of the Welsh coaches were in Sir Ian McGeechan's think tank. It'll be interesting to see whether that plays out in any way, shape or form through the course of the next 55 minutes.
Wales' physicality again. You're seeing people like Sean O'Brien and Stephen Ferris carrying the ball. They had such an impact against Italy, and Wales again off the line and just stopping them dead in their tracks. It's excellent defence from Wales.
O'Connell, of course, captain of that Lions tour to South Africa, takes safely. And Murray gets a lot of distance on that box kick. That's going to give Shane Williams plenty of time to plan, prepare and execute. O'Connell it is who leaps again. Ireland just inside their own half. O'Gara again looking for that angle. This time though, Priestland is ready. And again, Priestland sends it skywards. The call comes from Carney. Good, confident play from the Irish fullback. Taking the responsibility, making sure his team got the ball. Rory Best. And to O'Brien. This mix between O'Brien and Warburton. Two sevens who really work at different levels. O'Brien, the destructive ball carrier, the power player. Warburton very much the groundhog, the fetcher, the link man, if you will. Slow ball. And go again. And the forwards waiting out at first receiver, just trying to get some direction and not succeeding, not achieving. And Sam Warburton gets the thanks and applause from his teammates.
It's great play from Warburton there. O'Connell caught. They're just shooting off the line. Wales very impressive with their line speed, and you know, an opportunity for Wales here. I'm not sure if it's a kickable distance, but they're very, very impressive defence again.
It's been a key feature of the Welsh game. They've been happy to soak up pressure because their defence is so offensive, if you like, and they've got Lee Halfpenny as a long-range goal kicker. And the only thing I think you could fault Wales on so far is they're losing that territory battle a little bit, and I think they sometimes give an Ireland good field positions to attack from, but they'd be pretty happy with everything that's happened so far because they look so dangerous in attack as well.
Well, Ireland should need no reminding of the power of Lee Halfpenny's boot. Wind your mind back to the millennium in the Six Nations, and he slotted that first half penalty from all of 49-50 metres. This though is going to be a different kettle of fish, I think it's fair to say. Dream come true, Halfpenny said during the week, to play full-back for Wales. Feels very comfortable there. Delighted, of course, just to be in this World Cup, such a tight deadline after surgery to that left ankle in April. Halfpenny sends it on its way. It's got the gas, it's got the direction, and it's got Wales another 3 points.
Great stuff for Wales. I think they'd be delighted with that. Lee Halfpenny gives another option to the team when you see it with his long-range goal kicking. It's brilliant to see the contrast between rugby and football as well, when you've got a man down and you're just getting on with the game when he's about 2 yards away from the ball when he's ready to take a penalty.
Well, they do play football here. The Wellington Phoenix struck their stuff.
Fine.
They call this stadium the Ring of Fire, and that's what it's been through this first 29 minutes or so. Halfpenny with that reverse kick, but it's not going to pay off because it's just inviting Rob Kearney to counter-attack. Up to halfway. O'Brien can't get up over the gain line, and the work at the contact, it really is absolute dynamite. Kenyon Healing being forced in field, just trying to look for a gap which isn't there. He's the only man out there today to play all 320 minutes of the World Cup before this game started, but I'm not sure whether he's enjoyed the next 29.
I think for Ireland they need to almost not be much more conservative in that middle third of the field. You see here they're trying to go play Sam Warburton, just forces him into touch, but every time they're carrying the ball they're just stopping him dead, and Ireland need to be more conservative, I think, Al, and just get the ball down again. Wales is 22, that's when they look at their best.
Yeah, they've struggled here early on with Wales are slowing the ball down, get back on their feet, and they just seem to have so numbers in front of them.
Now, concern there with Jamie Roberts still. down with what looks like a shoulder problem in midfield. They've got Scott Williams on the bench, and he's been very impressive, but Roberts has been the fulcrum of so many of Wales' attacking threats through the course of this tournament.